Hello folks, welcome back to another episode of, well, whatever we're doing here. Today I have something very special for you all. As you can probably tell, we're going on a little bit of a tour through the heartland of Pennsylvania. And, well, this is one of these integral spots that if you're passing through Pennsylvania, you need to come here. Welcome to Gettysburg. Now, the United States is a secular country, so I don't know if there's any apt comparison, but just like how in Islam there's Mecca, for Catholics it's the Vatican, if America had some holy grounds or a sacred site, well, Gettysburg would probably be it. Now, although this landscape just seems like some general farmland area, it's much more important than that. These grounds bore witness to one of the most pivotal points in American history. A point in which, if things went another way, America would not be like it is right now. I would dare to say that this is one of the most important places in the United States in its entirety, in its entire landmass. Now, some of you may be wondering, Coverage Project guy, you don't like tourist places. Why are you going to a tourist place? Well, I think there are certain places that anybody should see, tourist or not. But here we are in beautiful Gettysburg. I'm really glad it's a beautiful day, so we can really see all the beauty of the natural and appreciate all the monuments. And as we'll learn soon, the sacrifices made so that we could freely walk here and discover a lot of history. So join me in this wonderful tour of Gettysburg, a place that before the Civil War was just a quaint little town, but now is one of the great wonders of the United States. As another note, I'd love to visit every single place that this world has to offer, but we're going to do it one by one, and I want to highlight for this channel the not-so-seen parts of the world. But this is one exception. Everybody knows about it, and we're going to discover it. It seems like I'm not the only person here. There's a lot of other people here, but the National Park Service has thought beyond that. What they've established is this auto driving tour where you can drive in your car through all the important monuments and sites, and you don't even have to get too far away from your car. As you can see, there's a couple parking spots, and they're all over the place. There are multiple trails as well where you can walk on your own away from your car if you want to go on a more scenic route if you'd like. The Civil War was an enormous war that caused thousands upon thousands of casualties. Among the battles in the Civil War, the Battle of Gettysburg, where we are right now, was one of the bloodiest. I think actually, no, it was the bloodiest battle in the Civil War. In addition, the Battle of Gettysburg was the bloodiest battle ever fought on American soil. Tens of thousands of casualties upon both the Union and the Confederacy. It was not a battle you wanted to fight as a soldier. Now, the little hill that I'm walking up right now is the very hill where the battle first occurred. This was July 1st, 1863, and the battle would not stop until July 3rd. The Confederacy already had won numerous battles and was essentially winning the war, with the Confederacy going up north, with the Union going down south. Both sides met each other by surprise here in Gettysburg. It's pretty steep of a drop from here, so I'm not going to go beyond this point, but let's continue. First with the Confederate side having the ground, and in the third day, the Union fighting back and being able to hold its ground. Well, the battle was over. Tens of thousands being the casualty. This was truly the turning point of the Civil War. The Confederates' goal to secede from the Union and break away as an independent nation failed. The Union's goal of preserving the entirety of the Union with their rebel states involved succeeded, but at the cost of many, many, many lives. Quite the wonderful thing that this site of the most infamous battle of the Civil War is preserved like this and set as something that everyone can see, to pay homage to those who sacrificed their lives here. And what better a day to take a look at this than today on this beautiful sunny one. Look at the size of this. What a monument. You know, I'm glad they saved the largest thing for last. It really dwarfs all the other monuments as large as they are. Now, not only were soldiers and military affected by this great battle, civilians were as well. There was an existing town called Gettysburg. It wasn't just some farm fields. It was a town where people lived and did their business. And so imagine living here at that time and for 3 days having to hear gunfire and being at risk of being shot as well. So there's another civilian history to Gettysburg as well. Themed businesses all around. In this case, Civil War and Gettysburg themed places. It's pretty nice to the eye. Now here, when you get closer to the city center, is where you get all of these authentic Civil War buildings, which actually stood here during the time that the Battle of Gettysburg was waged. As you can tell, it's very lively, which is always a good thing. Seems like we've seen it all in Gettysburg, from the battlefield to now the modern city. There's only one thing left to do. Now that's a lot better. So before this melts, I guess it's time to close things off. Walking down a street in busy downtown Gettysburg. More travels to come. I will see you at the next location.